The unexpected turn for actor Jussie Smollett. Prosecutors dropping all charges against the actor for allegedly staging that hate crime attack.
Outrage building from law enforcement and Chicago officials after all charges are dropped.
Chicago's mayor and police superintendent say they're furious that actor Jussie Smollett is no longer facing criminal charges.
I've been truthful and consistent on every single level since day one. I would not be my mother's son if I was capable of one drop of what I've been accused of.
They chose to hide behind secrecy and broker a deal to circumvent the judicial system.
Mr. Smollett was indicted on 16 counts for allegedly lying about a hate crime attack. Smollett describing a homophobic and racist incident where two men beat him and left a noose around his neck.
Police sources tell CNN that Smollett paid the two men to orchestrate the attack.
Authorities say the brothers testified before a grand jury for 2.5 hours. Their lawyers telling reporters that the men were paid by Smollett to carry out the attack.
Who the would make something like this up or add something to it or whatever it may be? I can't even, I'm an advocate.
He went out and spoke on ABC to the country as an African American and a gay man about being a victim of a crime. And then what comes forward, and what we actually now know to be the case, and even the state's attorney today acknowledged, is the fact that that was all a hoax.
It's Mr. Smollett who committed this hoax, period. If he wanted to clear his name, the way to do that was in a court of law so that everyone could see the evidence.
This is an unbelievable, not just whitewash of justice, this is a person now who's been let off scot-free with no sense of accountability of the moral and ethical wrong of his actions. In the end of the day, it's Mr. Smollett that committed this false claim.
We have nothing to say to the police department except to investigate charges and not try their cases in the press.
Under the deal, Smollett did community service and will forfeit his $10,000 bond in exchange for no charges.
The decision did not include any condition that Smollett apologize or admit any wrongdoing.
In return for him forfeiting his bond to the city of Chicago and doing community service, we agreed to dismiss the charges against him.
You believe that he lied on the police report?
Yes, this was not an exoneration. To say that he was exonerated by us or anyone else is not true.
The police did a good job, and the evidence holds up, and he actually did commit the hoax. They're saying $10,000 and 2 days of community service is good enough. Mr. Smollett is still saying that he is innocent, still running down the Chicago Police Department. How dare him? How dare him? Is there no decency in this man? The problem we're having today is everybody thinks if you're in a position of power or a position of influence, there's two rule books, one for everybody else and one for the people of influence.